So I would like to welcome everybody again to our, I don't know which conference it is, but we've been accustomed to seeing each other on the screens during COVID times. After COVID, we finally managed to make a few trips, and now we're waiting anxiously for the next trip to Romania, which is going to be our final trip in this project. So we can't wait to see you all and meet you all in Romania. It's actually only 1 month away, I think now, isn't it? Well, a little bit more than 1 month.
A little bit more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a number of presentations, or rather the students have got a number of presentations. But I think that what we can begin with at this moment is something a little bit different. And I've already shared this information with the coordinators, but I would like to introduce something for everybody here that I hope will make our planet a little bit better. Namely, we want everyone, and we already started this campaign in our school in Poland on a small scale, to make a big change in our internet habits. I'm going to share my screen with all of you at this moment. Give me a second. I think you should be able to see my screen at this moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what we have here is a search engine called Ecosia. And I think we should make this a point in our project that we are going to switch to Ecosia, because it's a search engine which, as you can see here, it makes a better planet. Because what happens is, with every search, and every few searches that you do using Ecosia, a tree is planted somewhere on Earth. It may not necessarily be in our countries, but it doesn't really matter, because when we plant trees anywhere on Earth, they help all of us in order to breathe, basically. And as you can see from the start of when Ecosia was introduced, I think it was 7 or 8 years ago, they've already planted that many trees. 80% of all the money that Ecosia makes goes on to planting trees. 20 goes to keeping Ecosia going. I've been testing Ecosia for the past month or so, and it works very well. It is a very good substitute for Google, and whatever you type in here, for example, I don't know, what can we actually type in? Ecology. You get the results. Obviously, when I'm sharing my screen at this moment, I'm only sharing a small window, so you can't see it very well. But what actually happens is you get exactly the kind of results that you would expect from Google. So you can see you've got lots of information here, and you can compare it with Google. It works pretty well. You can also install a small app on your phone and use Ecosia on your phone as a search engine. And with every search, like I've mentioned, Ecosia plants trees. Every search adds to the number of trees that this project has managed to plant. So if the 4 of our schools manage to switch to Ecosia, I think that would be quite a big improvement. Our life standards would improve. I mean, talking about the planet Earth. I think it's a small step that we can all take, and it doesn't cost absolutely anything. We can just switch to Ecosia. It's completely free, and do our searches on Ecosia instead of using any other search engine that you might have used earlier. I would like you to try to urge your colleagues, maybe run a campaign like we are running in our school. Our student council is going to work on that, so running a campaign to, basically urge everybody to use Ecosia instead of their of the search engine that they that they normally use. So I think it's a very nice initiative, and it could be part of our project. If the 4 of our schools will manage to switch to Ecosia, I think we are going to make the Earth greener in this respect. So that is one small announcement to start with. And I think we can now move on to the student presentations, right? So who is going to make the first presentation?
I think the students who made the, yes.
No, Celia, please tell
us
what
you're going to talk about. No, go on, Nikki. I think you were saying.
Okay, so we want to start, because in a month from now we're going to be your host, so we have to take the lead and start presentation. Okay, and I guess we should start with activity 1, our carbon footprint. Okay, and let me see if I remember how to make someone host and present its presentation. I forgot, sorry. Being at school face-to-face, it's a bit hard now. So,
I know, I had to take some time to get used to Zoom again.
Okay, Alexandra Sarealbo, say hello.
Hi.
Hi, so let me try and see if I remember how to make you host. Okay. Mute, stop video, chat, pin, spotlight for everyone, rename, allow, record. So it's not on the 3 dots from the right up.
No, I think the easiest way, I think you should have this option available to click on the student and press the right mouse button, and there should be make co-host.
So let me see now. I did that, but it doesn't right here, make host. So I haven't got this option.
Okay, I think I do. So
shall I try from the chat? Is that possible from the chat?
I think I've just managed to do this, Nico. So I will help you out with it, but
Thank you so much.
We have to identify the students who are going to present, which
okay. So for activity number 1, I had 2 students, Sara, Alexandra, Maria, and Stanchu Georgiana. They did their presentation, and Alexandra is going to present it. Okay. Alex, please start. Share your screen. Do you remember how to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Okay, can we see? We can see it.
Okay. Directly removing carbon from atmosphere at scale of 1 MT potential by 2030, example, nature-based, technology-based, or hybrid. Enabling carbon removal, example, through improved efficiency, verification, or financing of carbon removal projects. Enablers such as digital tools and capabilities on carbon accounting and sourcing of ESG data with a preference for solutions that can help SMEs implement viable technology solutions to green their operations. The major contributors to carbon footprints are food, consumption, transportation, and household energy. Food is a major contributor to carbon footprints, and meat in particular is an issue. Livestock is responsible for a significant amount of greenhouse gas emissions, and beef is one of the biggest contributors.
Okay, Alexandra, and now if you look at the last slide, the one you just read, which represents our carbon footprint, I mean human footprint. Can you read them from the text?
Food, consumption, transportation, and household energy.
Thank you so much. Okay. So this was, they were our students for activity 1. And I guess we have to switch now with another country with activity 1. So we can finish activity 1, then go to activity 2 and so on. Is that okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I thought they were going to work in international group, but I guess they didn't. So
that was the idea, but
that was the idea.
Was the idea.
So well, Portuguese, I don't know who was with the activity 1. Can you remind me, please?
I was with activity 1.
Okay, Anna. So Mike, can you make an co-host.
Okay.
Can you share, Anna? Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Anna.
Yes.
Well, I did this part of work with 2 other students from Poland. I can't remember the names, so I'm sorry.
But maybe they can say,
It's me and Anya Kurek.
Okay,
Sorry.
me is not really a name, is it?
Sorry, Milena Kaszyńska.
Okay, thank you, Milena.
So we did our work, and then we have what is the carbon photoprint, how can we mesh it, our carbon photoprint, and then we calculate it, and we have some examples and some posters that we create. A carbon photoprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, that are generated by our actions. Some examples how we can diminish it is drive less, eat less meat and prefer fruit, vegetables, greens, and beans, choose renewable energy, recycle, buy only what we need, because sometimes we just buy things just are pretty, and that made a big impact in our planet, and use public transport. That is just some examples.
So my carbon footprint is 6.3 per year. I found out that is lower than average Polish person, but more than the world average. I used the Carbon Footprint Foundation website to calculate my score. On this website, I found out what I can do to reduce my score. It took me 5 minutes to do the test, and I found out how I can help the world. That's why I recommend this test to everyone. My carbon footprint is 6.9 per year. I calculate it using the website. I also recommend my friends to do this test. Here are their results. Alice has 6.5, Jack has 7.8, and Emma has 7.1. All of our values are below Polish average. I recommend everyone to such a test to see what we can improve.
Rafael.
My transportation to school is by bus, producing less CO2 in the atmosphere, using solar panels for energy. I take short showers. I turn off the tap when I brush my teeth, but I often travel by car to activities like tennis, producing more CO2.
And this is some posters that we made. Understand?
Very good, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think from
It's-
the activity 1.
It's Turkey's turn, I think.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
We have Furkan and Bensu, but I don't know which one will share the screen. Who will share the screen, Furkan? Furkan, can you hear me? Turn on your microphone, Furkan. Or Bensu, can you hear me? What happened?
Oh, maybe they had some technical issues. So
I see Bensu is talking, but Bensu, turn on your microphone. She's talking, I see her. But what happens? I don't know. Furkan? What happened? She's talking. I see her now.
Yes, but we cannot actually hear anything.
I couldn't see Furkan.
No,
Mike,
maybe.
can you let them turn on their microphones once?
No, everyone can turn on their microphone. I cannot do anything about it. They have to switch on their microphone themselves. It's just that it looks like her microphone is active, but we cannot hear her. Maybe technical problem on the PC, on the computer.
Bensu, go out and come in the meeting again, okay? Try to do that. Furkan, you also.
I have a suggestion. Maybe we can move on and later come back.
Yes, therefore
because
I said.
Otherwise it will take a little bit too much time. All right, so maybe they can sort out their problems and then they can rejoin us and we can see their report. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So if we can perhaps move on to the next activity, which is task 2. Who would like to start with this one? Shall we do the same order?
Yes.
Starting with Romania?
Yes, it's okay. So
okay.
I want students who prepared activity 2 to say yes, please, if you are present. Bogdan?
Do you actually
He's
see
frozen.
him?
He is frozen on the screen. Roshka Bogdanionuts, he is
okay, I
frozen.
can see him, but he is frozen, yes.
Yes. And the other student had a K1 contest today. She was very tired and her father did not told me to let her rest. Yes, she had a very important K1 contest today.
Okay.
But Bogdan, can you hear me? Open your mic, Bogdan. Open your mic. Hello. Hello, Bogdan. Roshka, can you hear me? No, I can't hear you.
Maybe
we can't hear you. I can hear you.
Nico, maybe we can do the same thing as we did with the 2 Turkish students. We will skip and then come back because otherwise it will take a little bit too long.
Okay.
So we will work in circles, okay? So we will let him solve his problems and then we'll come back to him. So can we move on to the next students then for task 2? Who else would?
Maybe.
Okay.
Leonor?
Yes.
We need to make you co-host. Let me check, where are you?
Okay, that's done.
Okay, thank you.
We don't work in group. We do the different posters.
Okay, fair enough. Can you share them with us?
Yeah. Well, can you see?
Now we can, yes.
Well, this is my poster. It talks about good environment practice that can be applied in schools. I should speak about 2. The first is that it is very important to plant trees, and the second is to recycle. So that's the students called. Barry, you understand what it was about. I choose the main words and some images so that the poster draws attention. This is.
Okay, Leonor. And we have Veronica from Portugal also. Let me check. can't find Veronica on the list to make her co-host.
Veronica, can you speak up? Can you say hello to us? Then we will pop up higher and we will see who it is and we can make you co-host. I have to see who is supposed to present
Veronica.
to make this person a co-host.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
I cannot do it otherwise.
Work now?
How can I make her co-host?
Well, you should be able to.
But I can't.
Well,
Veronica, can you talk, please? So Professor Mike can see you to make you
Teacher,
co-host.
she told me she can't turn on the microphone.
Why? It's not
I don't
working?
know. Yeah, I think.
Let me check. Maybe I can present her poster.
can I just ask what her name is?
Veronica Silva.
Okay, so I think I found her and I can make her a co-host.
Okay.
I can do that so she can show us the picture without saying anything about it.
Can you share, Veronica? Have you the option to share? Okay.
Right, we can now see it.
So this is Veronica's poster about environmental practices at school. So she has not the mic working, so maybe we can go to another country.
Okay.
You can stop sharing, Veronica. Thank you.
So who would like to present next? We have Turkey and Poland.
İsmet, Rüya, are you ready now? İsmet or Rüya, are you ready? Turn on your microphone and say something. Bensu, can you talk now? Who is talking?
Hi, İsmet.
İsmet, okay. Will you share your screen?
Okay.
Yes, Mike, please.
Yes, you can now share your screen, Ismet.
Host, okay. Thank you.
This is my poster.
Can you say a few words about it?
You prepare the poster to show what should we do and what we shouldn't do?
Yes, we should this.
We should, for example, what should we do and what shouldn't we do? Can you say a few sentences about this poster?
We should recycle.
Recycle,
We should power off, use energy.
Efficient lighting, huh?
Yes.
We should use energy efficient lighting. And should we use public transportation?
We should use public transport.
How do you go to school? Do you use public transportation?
Yes.
Okay, great. You are an eco-friendly person then. I think that is enough. Huh?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Sharing.
All right, so now can we move to the Polish students? Who has a something to say from Poland?
I have.
Milena, okay, hang on a second. You are now a co-host, so you can share your screen with us.
Can you see?
And yes, we can see it, so you can now say a few words about it.
So here are 3 steps on how to care for the planet. Take care of our village and our place where we live. Keep it clean and well maintained. Let's start planting trees, flowers, and green spaces to ensure quality oxygen and remove pollution as much as we can. Start saving on light, water, and gas. This can be done by using economical bulbs and turning off electrical devices at night. Use solar panels, clean energy that can help much in the electricity economy. We need to take the effort to do green energy projects and use electric cars as much as we can to reduce pollution.
Thank you very much. Okay. And of course, Tychy is a very green town because we've got almost all buses are electric now in Tychy, so it's quite good. All right. So anybody else who would like to present something for this topic, for this task? Is there anyone else from Poland who wants to do that?
Does my microphone work now?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
it does.
Bogdan, yes, it works.
Finally.
Welcome among the livings.
Okay, so you have the floor now. Okay, so Bogdan, you can present.
Okay, so I should share my screen. It should work now.
Yes.
Okay, so something here that I don't. Okay, good. Good environmental practices that can be applied in schools. Many teachers work with students to embed sustainability into classroom practices. This includes everything from turning off lights and computers when not needed to making full use of paper and materials, recycling in the classroom, and encouraging waste-free lunches.
Okay, thank you. So I'm right when I tell you pick up the garbage from the floor, okay? Turn off the light. So I'm right. Okay, thank you, Bogdan. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, you didn't have to actually hurry so much, Bogdan. You know, have some time.
He's a very fast talker. He speaks very fast.
Yes, we noticed. Okay, so is that everyone for task number 2?
I think Lungu George, if he is here. Lungu George, can you hear me?
And also one of my students.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, hello, George. Hello, how are
hello.
you? You're looking
I'm
nice.
fine.
Okay, so Mike, please make him host and present your poster.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, ready?
Let me see. Okay. Can you see?
Yes, it's a bit small, and please do not read that fast. Okay, so fast. So read slowly.
Okay, so good environmental practices that can be applied in schools. Recycle, plant trees, add indoor plants, spread information about pollution among other students and teachers, use bikes or walk to school, or use buses instead of cars.
Okay, true. Thank you. Thank you, George.
Thank you. Okay, so has anyone else who had some problems earlier rejoined us now?
Furkan, Bensu still has problems with her microphone. I'm in touch with her, but let me see. Furkan didn't say anything. Furkan, can you give some voice? I think he's
okay. So let's move on to task number 3. I think we've everyone with task number 2 has presented now, so we can move to task number 3.
Okay. We start
And-
with Romania.
Okay.
Fred Andrei, are you here? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Mike, make him host, please.
Yeah, as soon as I can find him. Right. Okay, you're ready now.
How can I share?
You have a green button in the middle of the screen. You have to push that one. It says share screen, and we can see your screen. Try it.
Okay, wait.
We'll be waiting.
And now. Okay, can you see now?
It started. Yes, it started.
Yeah.
What can we do for a more sustainable future? Drive an electric car. Example, Tesla. Tesla is one of the best.
Slowly, please, Preda. Speak
okay.
slowly, dear. We are not running here. Okay, slowly.
Okay. Tesla is one of the best electric cars company. It has a lot of nice models, but there is only a problem, and that is the price. A more affordable option is Dacia Spring. The 2023 model costs between 18,000 and 20,500 euros. This is 5 times cheaper than a Tesla. Dacia is a Romanian brand owned by Renault, and it looks like the brand will have a bright future.
Okay, so buying electric cars is a way of making a sustainable future. Okay, yeah. Thank you. And now I want to say something. The girl I mentioned earlier being taking part of the K1 contest was here with activity 3. Okay, so she's not going to present anything because she's not here. Thank you.
Right, so we can move on to the next country. Portugal? Since we've established such a circle, so...
Yeah, we are going to start with Joanna.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Joanna, you can start.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
So our task was, what can we do for a sustainable future? And I put 4 things that we can do for a sustainable future on my poster. The first one is place more points in public areas that do not have them, which will lead to an increase in recycling. Do not use deodorants or products containing CFCs, as they contribute to global warming and the depletion of the ozone layer. We can use reusable materials as it prevents the lack of natural resource, and we can choose to use public transport to move around.
Okay, Joanna, thank you. And from Portugal, we have also Rafaela. I think you can.
Professora, como é que eu termino de compartilhar?
Fazes terminar de compartilhar. Não consegues ver a opção?
Não.
Já está. Rafaela.
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Mike, we can't hear you. You were talking.
Oh, sorry, I was coughing and I had to mute my microphone.
Okay.
Sorry.
Rafaela, you
Can I
can start.
start? Are you okay? I go to talk about what can we do for a sustainable future.
Sustainable.
Yes.
I go talk about 3 sentences. Photovoltaic panels. When we use photovoltaic panels, we are saving the electricity for a sustainable future. Composting, it gives a correct destination to domestic kitchen waste. It also produces fertilizers for gardens. And the 3F, recycle, reuse, and reduce.
Okay, good, nice.
Thank you, Rafaela. I think we can move to Turkey or Poland.
Yeah, I think it's our turn. One of my students, Beste, has problems with the communication, but I think Ahmet is ready. Ahmet, can you say something? And Mike, can you make you the host, co-host? Not what is rehost? Co-host. Ahmet.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. You see Mike, who is Ahmet? That handsome boy. Thank you.
Start. What is sustainability? We can express the concept of sustainability as minimizing the destruction on minimizing the destruction on natural resources while meeting our needs and leaving the world in a better way for future generations. What can be done for sustainably living? We can start by turning off the lights that are left on unnecessarily at
home. Yes.
The lighting systems we use just for decoration look very nice, don't they? But for our future, we can try not to use them, or at least once in a while. How would you like to raise awareness for the less gas-fired mass heating systems? Drying our laundry, the balcony is one of the steps we will take in this regard. Moreover, in this way, we both benefit from disinfecting feature on sunlight and consume less energy. Using energy savings light bulbs instead of using traditional light bulbs in our house helps to reduce energy consumption. Do a digital clean. We can start by deleting junk email and promotional emails that we are not interested in. We can continue to delete the photos we took and disliked until we get the most beautiful frame on our phone. We may unsubscribe from regular newsletters on EastWest that we have somehow signed up for, but which are of no interest to use our me. Finally, it can be counted among the steps to be taken to remove the application set. We have installed on our phone and stop using from our phone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
Oh,
very much, Ahmet.
there is more.
Yeah, I think it is enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to say something for activity number 4. We can go.
Hang on a
Wait,
second. I think we
okay.
still have to. We have still the Polish students who haven't
Okay, sorry.
presented. Okay, so who has the presentation from Poland? Or presentations?
I am in activity 3, but I already present earlier.
You presented that activity 3. Okay, so we've mixed it up a little bit. Yes. All right.
Yes, Milena was with activity 3. Yes, she's right.
Okay. So shall we move now to activity number 4 then?
Yes, and I have
Right.
a different idea of how to go on with the conference. So being a larger task, because it is larger than the first 3 activities, which consists in just one poster. Okay, I like all my students from Romania read their task one after the other. So when we finish, Romania has finished. It's okay? Can we continue like that?
I don't see any problem with that.
Okay, so I had 4 students. Irimia Maria Bianca had Romania, Butinica Adriana had Spain, Bada Maria United Kingdom, and Alexandra Iordache had Serbia. So if you are all present here, say hello to your host. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we shall start with Irimia Maria Bianca. She had Romania, and she wants to present us our way of recycling, of segregation, recycling. Okay, Maria, you can start, Bianca.
Okay, I'll share my screen.
A little bit louder, please.
Can
Talk.
you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
So I will start. Waste segregation in Romania by me, Irimia Maria Bianca. And here are the some photos which represent.
Bianca, du-te mai aproape de microfon.
Let me introduce you to Romania. Romania is a Carpathian, Danube, and Pontic country located in the Central Europe. It borders Bulgaria to the south, Ukraine to the north, Hungary to the west, Serbia to the southwest, Moldova to the east, and the Black Sea to the southeast. It has a predominantly temperate continental climate and an area of 238,397 square kilometers, with a population of around 19 million. The terrain is distributed equally between mountains, hills, and plains. Its capital and largest city is Bucharest. And here we have the flag and the coat of arms. Romania is a semi-presidential republic where executive functions are held by both the government and the president, which currently is Klaus Iohannis. The official language of Romania is Romanian, and the anthem is Deșteaptă-te Române, or in English, Wake Up Romanian. Among the most popular attractions here are the Bran Castle, the Danube Delta, the monasteries from Bukovina, the Transylvanian cities or towns, such as Cluj-Napoca, Sibiu, Brașov, and more. In Romania, the most common religion is the Eastern Orthodox. And here we have the Bran Castle, a photo from Sibiu. Here we have the Liar's Bridge and the Black Church from Brașov. Recycling in Romania. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. Schools and communities help a lot of recycling, though there is still waste that is waiting to be recycled. The National Waste Management Strategy was developed by the Ministry of Environment and Water Management, and it aims to collect all the waste from landfills, cities, villages, and recycle it. Benefits of recycling. Better management of waste can contribute to reducing greenhouse gases, notably methane from landfill sites, but also carbon dioxide emission through reuse and recycling. Improving resource efficiency, saving energy and reducing material use through waste prevention, reuse, recycling, and renewable energy recovery. Protecting public health through safe management of potentially hazardous substances. Protecting ecosystems, soils, groundwater, emissions to air, safeguarding social amenity by ensuring household waste is collected, reducing fly tipping by households and businesses, and limiting local nuisances from waste facilities. Waste segregation. Selective recycling represents the separation of materials for recycling. To ensure the recycling process, it is very important that this selection is made according to the material of the product, paper, metal, plastic, etc. Thus, depending on how the waste is collected, domestic or industrial consumption, it is collected in categories in different containers. According to Romanian laws, each legal entity, institution, company, association, etc., has the obligation to selectively collect packaging waste in different containers marked accordingly. And here we have a photo. The sorting and recycling. After the waste is brought by people in bins, it is collected and taken to a recycling center to be sorted. Sorting begins with the removal of any non-recyclable items. A vibrating machine separates the cardboard and paper. Different types of paper are sorted by hand and then baled. The remaining recyclables continue on another conveyor, where steel cans are removed using magnets. Different types of plastic are identified and separated using optical scanners. A special kind of magnet called an eddy current is used to sort aluminum cans. Glass is the remaining material, and this drops off the end of the conveyor into a large container. Once separated, they are taken for reprocessing at specialist factories. After materials have been sorted and recycled, they become valuable commodities in the worldwide market. And here we have some photos showing this process. Final products made from recycled waste. From recycled plastic, from 10 bottles we can obtain a t-shirt, and from 63 we make a sweater. Recycled plastic also makes sleeping bags, backpacks, and carpeting. From recycled paper, we obtain building insulation, paperboard, kitty litter, and more. From recycled metal, steel and tin construction materials, metal cans, bike and car parts contain recycled metal. From recycled glass, glass is a very versatile material, and from recycled glass we obtain jars, bottles, fiberglass, and even house bricks with a smooth surface. From recycled household waste. From recycled household waste we can obtain in general compost, but we also can obtain fuel for different machines. And here you have a photo of a t-shirt which represents the objects made from recycled plastic. Next, we have a cardboard or paperboard, which represents the objects made from recycled paper. Next, we have a bike, which represents the objects made from recycled metal. Some bottles and jars, which represent the objects made from recycled glass. And last but not least, we have the compost, which is obtained from recycled household waste. And lastly, we have a slogan: reuse the past, recycle the present, save the future. So if we do recycle and this waste segregation, we place the garbage where it belongs in every bin, we can save our future and planet. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Bianca. Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation. Very interesting, colored. Okay. Now we have Bada Maria. She had United Kingdom. Maria, are you here?
Hello.
Hello, girl. Hello. Okay.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yes.
You can share your screen with us.
Is it working?
Not yet.
It's not giving me an
The permission.
option. I don't know where.
Okay, Mike, if you want to try again to make her host again. Are you on your phone or your laptop?
But she
on
is
my
a
phone.
host.
Oh, she is already host. Try
Yeah.
again, Bada. Try again.
Can you tell me where I could find it?
It's usually at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, a green button. Share screen.
Oh.
So you see it. Okay. You saw it, right? Okay, it's working. It's working.
Okay.
Okay, dear. So let's your presentation.
UK recycling system. Well, start off from plastic. What percentage of plastic gets recycled in UK? You might be wondering. Yes. Well, 44.2% of UK plastic packaging waste was recycled in 2021. However, recycling rate also include energy recovery from incineration and plastic waste exports. You can use a blue bin to recycle certain clean paper, cardboard, aluminium, and plastic products. 99 of all UK local authorities now offer collection facilities for plastic bottles, either to household recycling collection or at the recycling centers. In addition, more and more local authorities are also now offering collection for mixed plastic packaging, such as pots, tubs, and trays. Well, that's for the plastic. Oh, I just skipped something.
Okay, go back. No problem.
Okay.
Cardboard.
Yes, cardboard is one of the most commonly recycled material in the UK, as cardboard is made of paper materials to recycle. Corrugated cardboard and grey paperboard are the two most common forms of cardboard and are used for paper boxes and packaging materials. What is recycled most in the UK? Well, paper and cardboard recycling statistics in the UK. Fortunately, most modern packaging materials are 100% recyclable, and paper and cardboard are the thing we recycle most in 2021. According to Statista, we recycle around 80% of paper and cardboard in the UK each year. 84 of all corrugated cardboard is recycled in the UK. Next is metal. Cans and tins, metal tins and cans, but also empty aerosol and aluminium foil can simply be placed into your mixed recycling bin. These materials are then sent for sorting and processing to the materials recovery facility.
in salt work before being transported to recycling to be turned into new products. Which metals are recycled in the UK? In the UK, the most popular recycled metals by weight are iron and steel, but also all metals are in fact recyclable. According to the University of Cambridge, other popular metals include lead, zinc, aluminium, and copper. How much metal does the UK recycle? Well, compared to the US, that recycles about 67 million tons of metal, the equivalent to 50.8% in the UK. Next, best practice for managing waste. Sustainable procurement is the process by which organization assess supplies or service by taking into account a number of factors including value of money, environment aspects, life cycle of products, and social aspects. How can you minimize waste by procuring sustainably? Products using less packaging, products made from recycled materials, recycled road, construction materials, and products that are refurbished, therefore extending product life cycle. Waste as a resource. Why should you consider waste as a resource? Income generation, stock management, cost reduction, staff engagement, environmental responsibilities, and change reputation. How to use waste as a resource? How can your waste be used as a resource? Firstly, your waste streams are identified those which could be sold, cardboard, metals, etc. 2. Determine the quantifier of these waste streams. 3. Understand the quality of these waste streams. 4. Identify local providers that purchase your specified waste streams. And finally, 5. Consider some sustainable procurement or life cycle. That's all.
Thank you so much, Princess. Thank you so much. It was very, very nice with a lot of information. And most of all, I heard a lot of things about money. So recycling means money everywhere around this planet. Okay. Now we have Alexandra Iordache with Serbia. Are you here, Angel? Alexandra? Well, she's not. Let's call for Putinica Adriana. Adriana.
Da.
Hello, little Smurf. Okay. Present your task.
Okay.
Să citești calmă și relaxată. Te rog frumos. Ești foarte bun.
O să încerc.
Cu drag.
It's working.
Yes, it is. We can see your phone.
Okay. So my project was about ecology in Spain.
Recycling in Spain has become much easier and the recycling system more efficient than it was a couple of years ago. Let me start by saying that it's better to have no waste at all. I have a lot of respect for people who live a no waste lifestyle. I tried this myself several times, but I couldn't keep up with it. And I found myself with a lot of garbage and at the end of the day. If you want to try it, you can start by doing your groceries at the local markets and to take your own reusable bags. I hope that the packaging industry will soon come up with alternatives to make it easier for the consumer to buy products with no waste, with no or little waste. Recycling in Spain facts. You don't have to go far to recycle. Every street or neighborhood has at least 5 different garbage bins in 5 different colors. You need to know the recycling Spain facts about the color codes in order to put your trash in the color bin, in the correct bin. Blue. The blue garbage bin is for paper and cardboard. Green. The green bin or green igloo is for glass bottles and jars in all shapes, colors, and sizes. It's best to recycle glass jars without their lids. Gray. The gray bin is for the rest of your waste like diapers, ceramic shirts, and hygienic wipes. Brown. The brown bin is for organic waste like coffee grounds, eggshells, corks, used napkins, and pizza boxes with stains. Yellow. The yellow bin is for plastic water bottles, plastic cleaning product bottles, plastic bags, juice cartons, yogurt containers, plastic or metal caps, and tin cans. Recycling Spain tips. Number 1. Recycling batteries and other corrosive materials. You can throw away used batteries in special bins in most supermarkets or markets. Most of the time, these small bins are situated in the main entries. Valencia has also mobile eco parks, where you can leave batteries, vegetable oils and fats, mobile phones, toners, and small home appliances. Recycling Spain tips number 2. Recycling clothes and shoes. Most neighbors have special containers for clothes and shoes, or small local initiatives come over to collect used clothes to sell or give them away to people in need. Recycling Spain tips number 3. Recycle furniture. If you have furniture or bigger pieces of trash, you can put it next to the containers, get the municipality, and they will come over to collect it. Sometimes it is already gone before they came to pick it up. Someone's trash is another person's treasure. Swapping with others or upcycling are also types of recycling in Spain. Recycling in Spain tips number 4. Recycling is important for nature. By recycling in the right way, we prevent waste ending up in nature. Everyone loves to enjoy the sandy beaches, the clear blue water, or a beautiful hike in the green mountains with fresh mountain spring water. We need to protect nature and the surroundings we live in. If trash still ends up in the streets, the beaches, and in the water, we need to clean it up ourselves. There are groups like biodegradables you can join to pick up the trash at the beach. And that was my presentation.
Thank you, Kitten. Mulțumesc, fetelor, ați fost minunate. Thanks all of you. We won't be waiting for Alexandra. She's not here. So we can pass to another country. We can change the country now. Okay? Thank you, girls.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, my beautiful girls.
So I think we can go to Portugal. I have 6 students that made a work for this task, but just 2 of them are in the conference. It's João and Gabriel, and we will start with João. João?
João, you need to say something because I cannot find you.
I'm here.
Okay, you should have said something earlier. So now you're host. Go on. The floor is yours.
Are you see?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Okay. Waste segregation in Portugal. Waste prevention. Waste prevention is the adoption of measures to reduce the amount of waste produced, namely by reusing products or extending the life of products. Waste prevention also seeks to reduce the adverse impacts on the environment and human health resulting from the waste produced and the content of hazardous substance present in materials and products. Who is garbage sorted? The materials in the green and blue containers are stored or balled and transported to recycling companies. The residues from the yellow eco point are separated according to the type of material, plastic, metal, and cardboard packaging for liquid foods, and are submitted to sorting. The yellow container is for plastics and metals. The blue container is for cardboard and paper. The green container is for glass. The red container is for batteries and accumulators. The oil container can receive bottles or demijohns with wasted oil. Separation rules. Pour out all the remains of the packs. To avoid bad smells, you can rinse the packages with water. When possible, flatten the packaging to take up less space at home, facilitate its transport, and reduce the number of trips to the eco point. Deposit the bag you used to transport the used packaging in the eco point or reuse it. Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
okay, João?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can.
I'm not.
And we have Gabriel next.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, hello, Gabriel. Here you go. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm going to make my quick presentation about waste segregation in Denmark. Denmark is a Nordic constituent country in the Northern Europe, known for being high developed with a high standard of living. The country performs at near top of some areas like education, healthcare, civil liberties, and democratic governance. but we're going to talk about the waste segregation. Some recycled and composted waste rates in Denmark. As we can see, Denmark is here. It has about 50% of all its waste recycled, which is more than 14% of the waste recycled, the average waste recycled on the European Union. Some criteria for waste sorting in Denmark. The Danish Waste Association, local government Denmark, and the Danish Environment Protection Agency has collaborated with the Danish waste sector to develop common criteria for waste sorting for 12 different fractions of household waste, like paper, cardboard, soft plastics, glass, metal, rigid plastics, food waste, residual waste, textiles, hazardous waste, small electronics, and batteries. As we can see here, we have the glass and ceramics container, metal, the food wastes, hard plastic, soft plastic, diverse waste, cardboard, and glass containers. Common criteria makes waste sorting easier for the citizens. Simultaneously, the common criteria secures uniform fractions, which are easier to recycle. Now, also, Denmark has a deposit return system, which is called the ABC system. The ABC system, or Pen A, Pen B, and Pen C marks, which are right here, Pen A, Pen B, and Pen C, various bottles and cans that can be returned using reverse vending machines located at certified grocery stores and at deposit stations in Denmark. All soft drinks and cans, beers, alcopops, and juice products in Denmark have a fee that is paid upon purchase. Pen A, 1 Danish krona, with less than 1 liter glass bottles and aluminum cans. Pen B, 1.5 Danish krona, less than 1 liter plastic bottles, and Pen C, 3 Danish krona, which is 1 to 20 liter bottles and cans. Some proof on how well the ABC system works is that since 2019, 92% of all bottles and cans were recycled. Here we can see the reverse vending machines that I talked about previously, and here is the pen system image that is on all bottles and cans. And that's my presentation.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
think for Portugal, we're done. The other students sent me the works that they have done, so we will be able to put in our ebook, but they are not here to present.
One of my students, Furkan, has left for his presentation. I think it was from team 1. Mike, can you make him co-host? And I don't know, I think he has some presentation.
You mean going back to the first task?
If it is possible.
Except I cannot see Furkan.
Furkan, can you say something?
Yeah, yeah.
You see him?
Yes, I can see him now. Okay, so Furkan, you have the right to present now. The rights to present, so. And we can see your screen. So you can go.
Furkan, keep it quick, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Okay. A carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gas, including carbon dioxide and methane, that are generated by our actions. The average carbon footprint for a person in the United States is 16 tons, one of the highest rates in the world. What to do? Reduce in the carbon footprint, then use bike, walk, use hybrid car, eat healthy food, choose public transport, become conscious. This is very important. Don't waste energy. Throw organic waste into the soil. Let's work together for a better world. That's all. That's all.
Thank you very much. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we're going now back to task 4. Okay, who would like to make the first presentation from Poland? Well, don't tell me we have no students from Poland. Come on.
So I can go.
Alicia, right?
My name is Agnieszka, but I don't know. Alicia, it's my mistake.
So why do you have Alicia written as?
I don't know.
Okay, I think I know. It's probably your sister's computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Agnieszka, can you start, please? Agnieszka? Okay, thank you.
So can you see that?
You started, yes, now we can see it.
Okay.
Great.
So my presentation is about segregation of garbage in Iceland. And you can find in Iceland silver garbage dumps. They are containers. On the island, you can get a cash prize for plastic bottles, glass bottles, and cans. You can throw away household garbage for free, but for many others, we have to pay. In landfills, you can find containers where you can put shoes, clothes, toys that are suitable for use. You will also find containers with furniture and home appliances suitable for use. A shop was created with the items donated there, and this container is called I don't know how to read this.
I will not help you how to read this, so I have no
I know,
idea.
I know. So, as I mentioned before, you can get a cash prize for bottles and cans for bottles, but there are exceptions for which we will not get money. These are, for example, beer cans, soda cans, oil bottles, vinegar bottles, and washing liquid bottles, sausage and milk drinks. Containers are placed everywhere. Sometimes they are even in the blocks. We will find containers for glass, plastic, paper, clothes, and bottles. Several applications have been created with the location of the containers and what kind of containers they are. There is a new waste segregation system in the capital of Iceland, divided into 4 categories: organic kitchen waste, mixed household waste, paper and cardboard, and plastic packing. It's end.
Okay, thank you very much. You can stop sharing the screen now. And who would like to go next?
Okay, I can be next.
Sorry?
I can be next.
Sorry, I don't know who said this. Can you say again?
Erimcan, is it you? Who is it?
I'm Anna.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Anya, right. Fair enough. Okay, we can see Anya. I can see Anya now.
Okay.
Right, so Anya, You are now a co-host. You can present your screen to us. Thank you.
Okay, so I wrote in an ebook about waste segregation in Poland. Okay, so waste segregation is really important thing. World Bank estimates show that globally we produce approximately 201 billion tons of solid waste each year. However, last 33% of these are not reusable. Globally, on average, only 90% of rubbish is recycled, and 11% of rubbish is incinerated. 8 million tons of plastic waste ends up in the seas and ocean every year. According to the United Nations, more than 1 million animals are killed every year by litter in the oceans. The plastic ends up in the ocean each year, kills more than 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals. Segregation rate is saving energy, water, food, and cold, fewer trees, being cut down, less air and groundwater pollution, less degradation and landscapes and green space. Waste important to separate waste. Animals died. Earth's temperature is rising. We face a climate catastrophe. Short story about climate in Poland. On the basis of research carried out by Polish climatologists, it has been concluded that in the Middle Ages, a period of warming known as a middle warm period existed in what is now Poland, when temperatures were compared to those of today. This was followed by the Little Ice Age, which lasted until around 1080. Winter temperatures during this period were around 2°C lower than today. Since the middle of the 20th century and especially in the last 3 decades, climate change in Poland has been extremely rapid in relation, which changes in aerial previous. This rapid rate of changes is due to factors. Natural changes is
Atmospheric.
Okay, thank you. Situation and solar relation and changes Celsius by human impact. Adult polls see the scenes in segregation waste. 89%, more than 20 less go into the act. According to research conducted for the a company, 66% of these
surveyed
discovered that they sort waste in their homes. The data also shows that almost 3 in 10 respondents, 29% only sport part of the waste with glass, 75%, paper, 61%, and plastic, 60%, being the most common. How to recycling process works in Poland. Step 1. Collection and transport. The recycling process starts at your home when a professional company comes to collect your sorted rubbish and take it to a sort plant. Step 2. At the sorting plant and the recycler. Waste is taken to recycler companies that sort and recycle particular types of waste. About the process of recovering recycle, it's slightly different in each case. Living elements are common. The waste is always perfectly shaped, rated, and distributed. If it is then transported to a special bag where is it sorted and then prepared to process. Plastics are made into regular, metals are made into alloys, glass is made to color, paper is used to make cloth. Step 2. Production. All of those things are used to make new products. Step 4. Distribution. New amazing products are come back to circulation. How to separate waste. The most basic information is blue, paper, green, glass, yellow, plastics and metal, brown, new waste, and black, mixed waste. What about more difficult rubbish? These are times when we wonder where to dispose of an item. For example, medicines, cold ashes, dirty paper, leftover food. We then ask ourselves wherever we can throw medicines into the mixed waste bin. Other food scraps can be thrown into the bio waste bin, and other dirty papers can be thrown into the paper bin. Below you will find a guideline. Okay, so that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Who would like to be the next presenter?
Can we put my student Kerim? Because it is quite late in Turkey. It's about to be 11.
Okay, so you would like Turkey to go and then some Polish students to finish off.
Excuse me, if you are going to...
Okay, we can do that. So who would like to go next then from Turkey?
It's Kerimcan. Kerimcan, say yeah. You can share your screen, I think. Can you, Kerimcan? Okay.
Should be able to, yes.
Was management within the scope of the European Environmental Policy to preserve project and improve the mental quality to project human health and sharing the visas of natural researches messages at the international level to address regional and global mental problems, sport and encourage. It can be summarized as according to data from the EU Statistics Office, Eurostat, despite efforts to reduce the amount of plastic waste, these wastes in the EU increased by 23% compared to 2010 and reclaimed 13.6 kilograms per person in 2021. As the amount of waste increased, the recycling rate also increased. The amount of plastic sent for recycling in the EU increased by 13.2% compared to 2010. Definition and classification of hazardous waste. What is hazardous waste? Carcinogenic, toxic, explosive, flammable, corrosive, irritating due to human characteristic wastes that pose a risk to health and environment are called hazardous waste. Recycling of plastic waste in EU countries. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Kerim Chan. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Kerim.
you. Okay, who is going to be next?
I can now present.
Sorry, I don't know who said that.
Paulina Sobieska.
Paulina, okay, so Paulina, are you ready then?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, the floor is yours. You can start.
Okay. Storing and recycling of waste in the Czech Republic. The sense of recycling. The most of things we buy in stores are made of plastic, glass, paper, and aluminum, and other metals, i.e. materials that we can reuse. Segregated waste becomes a rough material. Recycling is not reproduction. Segregation of waste is beneficial for people and the environment. For example, recycling reduces water pollution and education in the emission of toxic gas into the atmosphere. Recycling also enables significant energy savings. Recycling also means favor landfills. Impress numbers. According to the available data, Czechs have long been among the biggest waste stores in Europe. Available data show that 73% of the population in the Czech Republic actively sort the waste. Since 2000, there has been a 35% increase the numbers of stores. Each resident of the Czech Republic stored an average of 66 tons of waste. This figure includes the glass, paper, plastic, metals, and beverage carton. In 2010, it was 13.89 kilograms. People of the Czech Republic in the 2020 year magnet to save over 13 kilometers of natural storing their waste together, and also magnet to reduce the by 942,000 tons of CO2. The total amount of reduced waste in the 25 years in the 30,104,005 tons. Availability of a storing plant, a network of collection containers in 2020. There were 50,058,040 of them of possibility of transferring waste to collection points, purifying raw materials. In the 2020, the Czechs storage of total of approx 187,000 tons of glasses on average. Czech residents segregate about 50 kilograms of glass into glass containers. At the beginning of 2021, there were 93,822 colored containers available in the public collection network for the Czech Republic, and well smaller containers that kitchen have right next to their properties. Storing of waste in the Czech Republic, what and now? How? In the Czech Republic, there are several ways to store any waste at home. In the general, it can be said that waste is stored based on the type of materials. Colored recycling bins are available at storing stations. There are recycling bins is different colors depending on the materials they belong to. This is the most common way to recycle waste. Another possibility is so-called individual collection, where people sort their household waste into bins or special colored bags that are provided to them. The Czechs have introduced a door-to-door waste collection system. This is a common way to recycle waste in residential areas with single-family homes. Another possibility is to take waste to recycling countries. In this case, it is best to ask for more information at your local waste collection company. Junk yards, storage waste can be sold there for money based on the current price list. Take back points. There are interest intended for disposal of country tips of waste, old electronic appliances, larger containers of container day and times local authorities organize a collection of specific types of waste. The best known are probably the so-called iron Sundays, where when sorted waste made of iron is collected. Advice on how to sort the waste. There are many rules of proper waste segregation is to follow the recommendation on the ticket placed on the recycling containers. Due to various factors, waste storing may vary from location to location. So always follow the instructions on the labels on the bins where you put your stored waste. Another important source of information on the proper waste segregation is information on product packing. The so-called recycling codes, they help us identify the materials the packing is made of and then where sort them. Storing paper waste. Paper waste is put in blue recycling bins or the bins with a blue sticker that says paper. Storing of plastic waste. Plastic waste is put in yellow recycling bins or the bins with a yellow sticker that says plastic. Storing glass waste. Glass waste is usually put in green and white recycling bins. Colored glass belongs to green bins. Clear glass belongs to white bins. If there is not a white one, you can sort them into green ones. The green bins usually have an elongated slit on the side where you can put glass sheets. The recycling bins always have a white or green sticker that says glass. Storing cartons. There are specific drinks containers in the most towns and villages. They so haven't called multi-commodity waste collection where waste of different types can be stored together, usually together with plastic on paper. Therefore, always follow the advice on orange stickers on the recycling bins labels cartons. In some cities, drinks cartons are put separately in orange bins. Storing metal waste. Metal waste is thrown into gray recycling bins, so always follow the instruction on the stickers on the bins that say metal. Organic biodegradable waste. Organic waste can be placed in the brown recycling bins, in the compost heap, in the garden, in the communal composter. Electronic waste. All electronic waste appliances can be put in special recycling bins where this type of waste is collected. There are usually red. E-waste can also be taken to take back points, where also batteries can be taken. The take back points are usually located in the electronic shops. This waste can also be taken to recycling centers. The Czech Republic, against the background of the European Union 2018. According to European Statistical Office, across the European Union, the amount on municipal waste generated per capita was 492 kilograms in 2018, 5% less than the pack of 518 kilograms per capita in 2008. The biggest producer of waste beef in the UA was Denmark with 766 kilograms per person. The second Malta generated of 614 kilograms per person. The last amount of waste per person was generated in Romania, 272 kilograms, followed by Poland, 328 kilograms, and the Czech Republic, 351 kilograms. Municipal waste generated, municipal waste recycled, municipal waste generated in the 2019. Did you know 1 ton of recycled paper is equivalent to 70 trees? Thanks to recycling of waste paper is possible the products, for example, notebooks and envelopes, about 3,000 liter bottles are produced from a ton glass. We processing a ton of plastic bottles or foil, tens of thousands of new nets can be produced, which are useful for shopping. It makes sense. Please start waste whenever and wherever you can. This helps protect our nature and the environment.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Paulina.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Who else has a presentation that we can see? Well, are there any more presentations that we can see tonight?
Someone is saying me.
I think it's Kamil, but Kamil, I can hardly hear you. You have to fix your microphone. I've made you a co-host, but yes, Kamil. Okay, how about we let Kamil fix his problems with the microphone and we'll move to the next person.
I have presentation.
Maya, okay, so Maya, you can start with your presentations. If possible, can I ask you to make your presentations as brief as possible now, because we've really been spending like over 2 hours. We've been in this conference for over 2 hours. So if you could just give us the main points of it, and we will later on be able to see it online, and we will publish it on our website, hopefully in the end, right? So if you could just be concise, please, okay? You can skip some of the parts which are not that important.
You see my my ecran?
Your screen, not yet. Yes, now we can.
I have a presentation about ecology in Germany. There is one thing what all countries in the world have in common, and that is the environment.
environmental protection in Germany is imperceptible in the form of the energy transition and the conscious development of renewable
Renewable
energy.
energy.
Germany is nothing toward sustainable future. Germany, the third largest economy, has been actively developing ambition to send the environmental policies over the past decades, both nationally and internationally. In Germany, paper is deposited in the blue bin, organics is the brown bin, plastic and plastic packing in the yellow bin, separated by color. Glass is supported in Germany, and as part of a dual system of collection and recovery of parking, vending machines is stores accept returnable plastic and glass bottles and cans. Since Germany introduced a recycling system in
1991.
It has been regarded as a model in the world. Manuel 29 European countries, as well as Israel and Turkey, have also adopted the system. However, none of these countries has managed to achieve results at least partially similar to Germany's. Glass is deported of the there is a separate container for each color of glass: white, green, and brown glass. Natural protection has a high status in Germany. It's included as a third objective in at least 20 of the consortium science for more than 42% of the country's territory is covered by a form of natural protection, one of the highest rates in the world. The state also participates in most international environmental initiatives. Among industrial countries, Germany unquestionably leads in way. In 2014, 25% of the electricity of the produced came from renewable sources, namely wind and solar power plant, where there times more than 10 years earlier, the transformation of energy sources gained momentum after 2011, following the accident at Japan's Fukushima nuclear plant power. Chancellor Angela Merkel announced that Germany would shut down all of its nuclear power plant, of which there are 70 by 2022. Germany is the most in the world installed total photovoltaic panel capacity extended 32 GW December 22, well, and 35 GW and the end of November 20 is end.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. You can
You hear me?
stop sharing the screen now.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Well, yes, Camille, we can hear you a little bit better now. So can you give your presentation and, like I said, try to keep it brief, okay?
Okay. Okay.
If I may suggest something, can we skip the colored containers and just get to the gist of the presentation, okay?
Color. Okay, recycling in Vienna. Short air or short in to throw the jar in the general waste. Should you really dump that newspaper with the rest? Where you shouldn't, and Vienna offers you plenty of opportunities to love this city and save the planet, even you just with a small tiny step by recycling as so much as you can. When it comes to the best use recycling possibilities made available its residents, Vienna is the top city in Austria and actually Europe-wide in the top recycling cities. How can you help make it a little greener? Here is some general info you might find useful and helpful. Reusing in Austria. Working in the reuse sector in Austria have accompanied with a series of obligations associated with the collection and handling of the reuse. It was decided the fact that prior to reuse activities and targets and strongly anarchist in Austrian Waste Management Act signed 2010. Understanding of the legal framework is often limited. The webinar organized recently by the Academy for the Circular Economy and Waste Prevention offered participants an opportunity to join with the leading waste experts in the region of the area. It aimed at sharing participants in
hides into obligation that serious enterprise have to fulfill in the practice. Among the guest speakers was Ingrid Winter, head to Department for the Waste and Resource Management of the provincial government of Syria and one of the subtract project partners. Ingrid Winter gave a comprehensive over the framework regarding waste preparing for use in Austria, explaining what is classified as waste and how reuse goods are defined in this context. Waste segregation is very important for Austria people and authority. Austria have many sites where they do reusing and recycling. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we've had a lot of background noise here. Right. Okay, so who would like to go next? Are there any other presentations that we can still see tonight?
I think there's no more students to present.
So is that everyone then? Although I can see Janek. Janek, do you have a presentation you want to show us?
Yes.
Okay, so speak up. Come on. Right, so now you are made a co-host here, so you can share your screen with us.
Okay. Paper. Saving paper and recycling paper are two issues that each of us should care about. It is worth thinking twice before printing something really unnecessary or disposing of waste paper in the wrong way. Our responsible behavior and protects many natural resources. Don't throw away good books. It will be useful to others. Old books, what to do with them? Do you think our old books have value? Of course. Selling the books you used when you were younger helps reduce paper consumption. Let's give them a second life. Water saving. People often underestimate their contribution to global water conservation because they do not see that the problem of water scarcity affects them personally. Turning off the tap is one of the easiest and most effective ways to save water. Saving the energy. By turning off the lights when we leave the classroom, you can adjust the brightness of the monitor and not use the screensaver. When leaving the lesson, it is worth turning off the computer and monitor and not leaving them in standby mode. And if you're using a laptop, pull the charger out of the socket. Eco-transport. Winds in your hair, rays of sun on your face, smiling people along the way, and moments when you think better. Encourage over students to ride a bike, walk. In case of bad weather, use public transport instead of the car. Okay. Recycling. Let's try to limit the use of natural resources and reduce the amount of waste. Recycling consists in recovering raw materials from waste products and using them to produce new stuff after goods. Let's try to put garbage in the appropriate bins marked with the appropriate color. Let's make sure that there are separate bins for paper, plastic, and glass in the corridors. Minimizing using things. Let's minimize the use of plastic. Let's use reusable items. Use glass bottles. Use a steel straw instead of a plastic one. Bring your own shopping bag. If you must use disposable packaging, choose one made of paper. Precipitation water. Collect rainwater. Rainwater is not suitable for drinking, but after being collected in the sewage system, it can be useful for economic and industrial purposes. It can be used for watering school plants, thanks to which we will reduce the consumption of tap water. Oh, this is all. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Great. Is there anyone else with
Can
the
I
presentation?
show my poster?
Well, of course you can. Your poster, so you were for a different task, Adam?
I'm in activity 2.
Okay, activity number 2. Okay, good. So you can show us your poster. Here you go. You can share your screen now. Would you like to say a few words about it?
Good environmental practice that can be applied in school. Recycling, turning the lights off, using public transport, using reusable products. Why recycle? Recycling saves limited natural resources and also reduces the harmful impact on the environment. For example, aluminum recycling reduces water polluting by 97% compared to our production cycle. At the same time, it means a 95% reduction in the emission of toxic gases into atmosphere. How to recycle? It is important to buy biodegradable packing, ranging from disposable plastic bags, plastic packing, and cutlery. It is also important to separate raw materials from food leftovers, clean packing, and crush them before throwing them into the appropriate containers. Is all.
Appropriate containers. Okay. Right. Thank you very much then. Okay. Are there any other presentations for us to see tonight? Anyone else? Okay, so it looks like we've run out of material to see tonight. Okay, right. So I think that this brings us to the end of our rather lengthy meeting. I thought this meeting would be much shorter today, but apparently quite a lot of very big presentations were made by the students, which is good, obviously. But I think that some of us have to consider, or some of you have to consider, how to make it more concise, presentations like this, okay, for the future. And also, and I'm telling this to the Polish team especially, you need to practice giving the presentation before you give it to the audience. All right? It's a bit of a problem when you cannot read your own text, okay?
I
It doesn't
think it's
look
a
very
good
good.
advice to all the students.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's also very important that they did something, they worked. So
Of course.
That's what I said. That was the
Yeah,
first thing
all
I
of
said.
them worked so hard. We heard a lot of interesting information tonight, and we are happy to see that our youngsters think a lot about our planets. That's very important for the project itself.
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
I think it's important also that the students send to the teachers the work, the students who didn't send yet, because we need the work to put on our reports and on the websites, for.
Yep. So please send the please collect the work, and then we will be able to put it also on the project website, and maybe on Facebook too. Okay. And if we ever get the twin space operational again, maybe we can do it there too. But as we know, twin space is a bit of a disaster at the moment. Okay. Right. So I think we all deserve a good night's rest now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for participating today.
Okay, and I'd like to end the conference with a message for our Turkish friend. I repeated a lot during the last 3 or 4 days, like Türkiye sen güçlüsün, biz yanındayız. Türkiye, you are strong, and we are here with you. I hope it was okay. Goodbye. Have a nice evening. Sleep tight and rest yourselves. You need that. Thank you to all the students from Poland, Turkey, Romania, and Portugal. It was an interesting conference, amazing, and I was yet another time to be with you. I can't wait to be with you face to face. Okay. We'll have a lot of interesting activities for you. Believe me, we are designing them as we're speaking. You'll have the best time of your lives. Please believe me.
We can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you all.
Yes, thank you, everybody. We can all sign off.
Bye. Goodbye.
Okay.